Hey guys, today we have Afrin and she is having total 4 year of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices domain. And those who want to give same free mock interview, please fill out the form below in the description and watch this interview till the end because this interview is gonna be very interesting. So now let's get started. Can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Yes, so we have worked for Kotak Life Insurance domain.
Okay.
So we have worked for Kotak Life Insurance Bank, and we have
Mm-hmm.
handling bank applications using
Mm-hmm.
Spring Boot and microservices, as well
Mm-hmm.
as I'm working on production side as well to
Mm-hmm.
solving bugs and like finding the issues and like according to that
Bug
issue that we
fixing
have
and
to
all, right?
implement the requirements as well.
So, how you guys are fixing bugs? What's a logging mechanism you guys are using?
So first of all, we have checking the logs, whatever
Mm-hmm.
the like issues are coming,
Mm-hmm.
and log4j we are using. Okay.
Okay. So, do you know what's a default logging mechanism that Spring Boot provide?
No, no idea.
Okay. So, logback. Have you heard about logback?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes.
logback is a default Spring Boot
Okay.
logging mechanism. Yeah. So, what do you mean by inheritance in Java?
Yes, so inheritance is where we have
Mm-hmm.
to like there are two classes, parent class
Okay.
and child class.
Mm-hmm.
So child class extend to the parent class, and
Okay.
whatever the functionality we have
Mm-hmm.
to extend from parent class into child class,
Okay.
and the methods and the behavior of that for like methods and behaviors we
Mm-hmm.
can extend in uh,
Mm-hmm.
child class.
Okay, okay. Got
There
it.
are types of inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So, single
okay.
inheritance, multiple
Single,
inheritance,
multiple. Yeah, yeah.
hierarchical inheritance.
Okay, okay. So how would you implement multiple inheritance in Java since Java doesn't support it with classes?
Yes, so multiple inheritance before Java 8 we used interfaces
Mm-hmm.
to achieve the multiple inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose there is our main class and it is
Mm-hmm.
implementing interface A and interface B. So before
Okay.
Java 8, there were only the abstract methods are involved. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so suppose we have to write abstract method
Mm-hmm.
void show something in interface A and void
Okay.
is in interface B and
Okay.
implementing that to interface in class. So
Mm-hmm.
accordingly that we can implementing uh, two interfaces at a time and it
Mm-hmm.
will give us the multiple inheritance.
Okay. Do you know about overriding, right?
Yes, I
So
know.
why can we not override the static method in Java?
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
actually, static method directly we can call by using class name.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
and also method overriding like it's runtime polymorphism, and we can say
Yeah, yeah. So you are correct. Like static methods belong to the
static method we
class,
can call yes through class.
not to the object. So that's why.
Yes, yeah.
And overriding is related to the objects. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So what would happen if a subclass declares a static method with the same signature as a static method in the superclass?
Sir, please again tell me
Okay,
question.
so as we understood, like we cannot override static methods, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
what would happen if a subclass means child class, declares a
Okay.
static method with the same signature as a static method in the superclass, means parent class? So
Overhead.
basically, it hides a superclass static method. Method
Yes, they
resolution
get
happens
added.
based on the reference type, not the object.
Okay.
Okay. So, Afrin, I would like to share one important thing with you. Actually, we had launched complete interview preparation material, a structure step by step by myself, expert and MNC's interviewers. And the best part is that now no one need to go anywhere else to prepare interviews. There is a 99% chance that interviewers will ask questions from this material. So basically, it contains a lot of material categorized by experience levels. Means each experience level has different material with all possible interview question and answers for Java, Spring Framework, Maven, Git, Spring Boot, Spring Security, Spring Data, JPA, Kafka, microservices, Java coding questions, Stream API coding questions, and many more. I have provided the link to get this in the below description. And if someone needs this material plus two real enterprise client projects for reference plus one-on-one lifetime doubt sessions and reference to the MNCs, then they should check the interview preparation kit. I will provide the link for this as well in the description below. So now moving to our interview.
Okay.
So can you tell me what is the dynamic method dispatch?
Dynamic method.
Dispatch. Have you heard about this?
No, sir.
Okay, okay, yeah, it's fine.
Because how many?
So, hmm okay, so it's a runtime process where overridden methods are resolved based on the actual object's type, and it's enabling polymorphism.
Okay.
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 Okay, moving ahead. Do you know about Java class path?
Uh,
Okay, so class path is the
yes.
path used by the JVM to locate
JVM.
class files needed for the execution.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
what is class path? Class path is the path used by the JVM to locate class files needed for execution.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so now there may be another question on this question, like what happens if a required class is not found in the class path during execution? So there will be error like class not found
Yes.
exception,
Yes.
no class definition found. Okay, okay. So moving ahead, do you know about volatile keyword?
Yes, sir. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Please go
So
ahead.
little keyword we have to use to ensure the
Mm-hmm.
availability of
Okay.
like variable
Mm-hmm.
in it is used in multi-threading environment.
Okay.
Like if I'm using volatile keyword to field and store that field into
Mm-hmm.
the main memory. Okay, so it
Mm-hmm.
is visible to the all the threads when they are working.
Mm-hmm.
So it will get used by the all threads which are working at that time. So it will give the visibility visible guarantee, and also there
Mm-hmm.
is no caching property of that after using that volatile keyword. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have to like uh, we can read or the write of that variable from the main memory.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. So does using volatile make a class thread safe?
uh, thread safe, no.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you are correct. I mean, no. Answer is
No.
no. It actually only is guarantees visibility, not atomicity. Still, we need synchronization for thread safety.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know about final block?
Yes, I know.
Okay. So
So
what?
final,
Go ahead.
yes, sir. Final keyword is used in immutability concept.
Okay.
Okay. So if we use final keyword
Mm-hmm.
for class, so that time we cannot extend that class. It gives the thread safety uh, to us. Like
Okay.
after catch, we can call finally block,
Mm-hmm.
and it is used to clean up the resources. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Resources or closing the connections. For example, if you it's using DB side, so we
Mm,
can close the DB connection using finally.
got it. What are the difference between string buffer and string builder?
Yes, sir. String buffer and string builder both are mutable strings, but
Mm-hmm.
string buffer we have to use in thread safety environment,
Okay.
and string builder which is not using in thread safety, and also string buffer gives us the synchronization, but string builder is not used for the synchronization purpose. So this is
Okay.
the basic difference of string buffer and string builder. And but the methods which we have to using in string buffer and string builder
Mm-hmm.
are the same, like append, reverse we can use with that string builder and
Okay.
string buffer.
So in a single threaded environment, is there any performance downside to using string buffer over a string builder?
Yes, we can use it. Like we
No,
can
no, I'm
use.
not asking I'm asking in
Mhm.
a single threaded environment, is there any performance downside to using, I mean, if you in a single thread environment, if you use a string buffer over a string builder, what would be the performance downside? Is there any performance downside?
No.
No.
Right.
Why?
Like we used for thread safety, but we
Hmm.
can use in single thread environment as well.
Okay. Actually, the answer is yes, because synchronization adds overhead even when it's not needed.
Okay, okay,
That's why using string buffer over string builder in single thread environment, there will be a performance downside.
okay.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me the difference between the vector and arrow list?
Yes, sir. So
Okay.
array list we have to using
Mm-hmm.
like uh, inserting the data, and
Mm-hmm.
also we have to fastest iteration
Okay.
can be done by array list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, vector uh, vector I'm not recalling actually.
Okay, it's fine. Both are almost similar,
Yes,
but
yes.
vector is synchronized, array list is not. Array list is preferred in a non-threaded environments where vector is preferred in threaded environment. Okay, so do you know string is immutable?
Yes, sir, string is
So why
immutable.
is string immutable?
Like we have to when we define string, that
Mm-hmm.
time it will store in the string constant pool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and mm, it is it gives us this security purpose we use string.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Yeah, to ensure security, thread
security,
safety,
thread
and
safety.
performance due to
Yeah.
internal caching.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the reason.
so let's say now we know like a string is immutable in Java. That we
Yes.
know. But what would happen if strings were immutable?
Okay, so for example, we have using string to count, suppose,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever we have to increment that count,
Mm-hmm.
the latest value will not be stored. It will again like it will checking for the where we have to declare. For example,
Mm-hmm.
we have to declare count as zero. That time, every time it will take after the zero, like incremented
Mm-hmm.
from the zero values. So it is not like uh, it will not give the good performance at that time.
Okay.
So yeah, that is the
Also, if strings were immutable, there will be security issues, there will be hash code
yes, security issue.
inconsistency, there will be unpredictable behavior in collections like hash
Yes.
map. So
Okay.
can you tell me the difference between hash map and hash set?
Yes, sir. So hash set we have to using to do not allow the duplicates.
Mm-hmm.
We have to using hash set to do not allow the duplicates.
Mm-hmm.
Hash map is the key value pair format. Hash map we
Okay.
are inserting the values at the
Mm-hmm.
form of in the form of the key and values.
Mm-hmm.
And in hash map there is allowed the one null key and
Mm-hmm.
multiple null values.
Okay.
Okay, but say hash set does not allow the multiple duplicate values, even it's the null. So we cannot
Okay.
use the duplicates. So
Duplicates.
basic difference is this.
So how does hash set ensures uniqueness if it is internally uses a hash map?
Internally, okay.
So as we know, hash set internally uses hash map, right? Do you know?
No, set we have not internally. We have using linked list in hash map.
No, no. In HashMap, we are using internally linked list or red black depend upon the versions. But in HashSet, we
No,
are using internally as HashMap.
no, no idea, sir.
No idea. Okay. So what I'm saying is HashSet is made up of linked list and red black tree. Okay.
Yes.
Whereas HashMap is made up of linked list and red black tree, whereas HashSet is made up of HashMap.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so actually, by storing elements as keys in the hash map with a
Mhm.
constant dummy value, so that's how hash set ensures uniqueness. Do you know about producer consumer problem?
Problem.
Mm-hmm.
Producer consumer. These are the types of function interfaces.
Okay.
Right. Like you are asking about this or in Kafka purpose?
No, no, I'm asking in general. What is consumer producer? It's a concurrency problem where producer adds and consumer removes from a shared resource, and it's enabling loose
Yes,
coupling.
but like producer generate the data only. It's
Mm-hmm.
not take an input, while consumer takes the input, but it will
Mm-hmm.
not give an output
Yes, yes, yes.
in
Correct.
time.
Okay. So, how can we create an immutable class in Java?
Yes, so we can use final keyword
Okay.
to class so that we cannot extend it,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives the safety to. our application.
Mm-hmm.
So class,
Also make field private and final.
yes, final, yeah, making fields final private, so
Mm-hmm.
that outside classes will not fetch that fields from
Mm-hmm.
the outside.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay, got
we
it.
can create
So
final.
can you tell me the difference between fail safe and fail fast iterator in Java?
Fail safe and fail fast.
Yes.
Fail fast iterators, we have to like uh, I'm not recalling
Okay,
actually.
okay. Yeah, it's fine. Fine. So fail fast throws concurrent modification exception. Fail safe works on a copy and doesn't throw exceptions.
Okay.
Okay. And next question, I mean, interviewer may ask next question on the same question, like why do concurrent modification exceptions only occur with the fail fast iterators? So the answer is because it directly access the collection and detect structural changes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Moving ahead. What is an interface and can you explain its features?
Features of interface. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
interface, we have to uh, add the abstract methods, but after
Okay.
Java 8 we have to we are using default and static methods as well. So
Mm-hmm.
in inheritance we use interface to
Mm-hmm.
implement that interface. There are
Okay.
some inbuilt interfaces are there,
Mm-hmm.
runnable, callable, comparable
Mm-hmm.
interfaces are there. We use comparable interface. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so comparing the values and all. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the like basic features to use in
Mm-hmm.
comparable interface.
Correct,
Also,
correct.
yeah.
Yes. Okay, so moving ahead, mm, uh, mm, what are the principles of solid design? Solid principles, basically.
Okay, so yes, there is SOLID.
Mm-hmm.
This is the like solid principle.
Mm-hmm.
S stand for single responsibility principle. O
Mm-hmm.
stand for open close principle.
Mm-hmm.
L stand for least scope principle. I
Mm-hmm.
stand for interface aggregation principle, and D stands for dispose like
Dependency.
dependency regarding. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not recalling.
Mm-hmm.
So S stand for single responsibility principle. There is the class we that have the only one responsibility to change of that class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can suppose if there is one class and there are some methods we have to
Mm-hmm.
including in that class, but
Mm-hmm.
if I have to implement or if I have to modify that
Mm-hmm.
class, so for that only one
Mm-hmm.
responsibility to change that class. Like there is printing is there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and data showing is there, show method is there and print is there. So I can only change on printing method. I cannot go to that show method. So there is only one responsibility to change.
Responsibility.
Yes.
Okay.
And O is open close principle. That means it is open for the extension, not for the modification. So sometime if there is some data we have to return in class, so it will get I have to extend, I have to some change in that, so I
Mm-hmm.
have to just extend it, not to update on that class.
Okay.
Okay, so this is O. And L is principle. There is suppose um, I have to one class is a car,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, suppose in vehicle is a class. Okay, and there are some I
Mm-hmm.
can give you an example. There are suppose bicycle and car, and suppose two wheeler is there. So in car and two wheeler there is engine purpose. Okay, but in bicycle there is no any engine. That
Mm-hmm.
means Lisco principle works for it will that time it will fail that principle, because it will not taking the features
Mm-hmm.
and the like features of the parent class. So
Okay.
it need to take the features of the parent class in child classes. So this
Mm-hmm.
is about the Lisco principle. Interface aggregation, we have to say
Okay, go ahead. I
Uh,
have dependency injection.
like it's depend on the interfaces
Mhm.
that does not use, like
Okay,
class
interface
should not
segregation.
force, yeah, class
Mhm.
should not be forced to depend on the interfaces that are not to use, we can say.
Mhm. Okay, okay. So moving ahead. Mm. How does open close principle relate to polymorphism?
Okay, so polymorphism, there are types of polymorphism: compile time polymorphism and
Mhm.
runtime polymorphism. So
Okay.
if I'm saying about compile time polymorphism, there
Mhm.
is method overloading concept is there.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have to return same method in same class.
Mhm. Okay.
So and open close principle is about only to extend,
Mhm.
not to modify. So we can extend it. That means method overriding concept is related to that open close
Mhm.
principle. Like I am writing the same method but in different
Mhm.
class, and which have the same functionality we have written in the second class.
Correct. What is a Java package?
So Java package is the namespace which we have to
Mhm.
given to, like I'm suppose write
Mhm.
namespace that organizing the set of related the classes and the interfaces in
Okay.
our application.
Can two classes in different packages have the same name and be used together?
Yes, we can. In different package, we can use same name. That's why
Correct.
only we have to use packages,
Mm.
so that this ambiguity will not happen.
Mhm. Okay. So moving ahead, what's the purpose of Spring Boot's enable auto configuration annotation?
Yes, so whatever the dependencies we have added in pom.xml file
Mhm.
that are going to configure with our application, we have to
Mhm.
using add that enable auto configuration. But right now we are using add that Spring Boot application annotation,
Mhm.
which we is combined of three annotations: component scan, enable auto configuration, and configuration.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what happens if we use enable auto configuration without configuration annotation?
Okay, so at the rate configuration is used to scanning whatever the classes, like there are
Mhm.
some classes which define the beans that are
Mhm.
not going to scan if we are not using the configuration. But at the
Mhm.
enable auto configuration is the different purpose. It is used to configure our dependency into our applications. For example, I am using Spring Starter web dependency. Okay,
Mhm.
so this
Okay.
dependency perform the some web related things, so
Mhm.
that are going to involve in my application, so I'm using enable auto configuration.
Okay. Got it. So, mm, can you exclude a specific auto configuration class when using a Spring Boot application?
Exclude,
Mm-hmm.
yes, if I'm not like I can use exclude filter, we can use
Inside
component
circle
components
brackets.
can, and in bracket we can return as
Mm-hmm.
exclude dot filters, and whatever the package we have to given in that
Yeah,
bracket.
yeah, yeah. Okay. What's the difference between component repository and service annotations?
So component is the stereotype annotation, which is the
Mm-hmm.
general annotation we have using as a class level. But the service annotation we have using where we have
Mm-hmm.
to return the business logic of our application. Also,
Okay.
we have to return some transaction related logic as well
Mm-hmm.
in service annotation
Mm-hmm.
classes,
Okay.
which we have not written in component classes.
Hmm. Okay. Can we interchange repository and service annotation?
Uh,
Like service annotation on repository files and repository annotation on service files?
yes, we can add that at
Okay.
annotations
But it's
can
not a
use.
good practice, right?
It's too
Like
in.
placing repository on service files and adding service annotation on repository files.
We can like I used in our project that I used and add that auto wired for the repository in service classes
Mm-hmm.
to
Okay,
fetching the data which we have fetching from the databases.
got it. Okay, so moving ahead. Mm, how can you change the locking label for a specific package at runtime without restarting the application?
Locking levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have to use there is trace default uh, info
Logger
like dot.
actuators
Yeah,
endpoints.
yes, we can use there.
Okay. So what is CSRF protection in Spring Security?
No, sir, I don't have idea.
Okay. So CRF protect against cross-site request.
Corset, okay,
Yeah, yeah, and we can disable it also CSRF dot disable.
okay.
Okay. So is it safe to disable CRF in a stateless REST API? So you are not aware. So yes, it
No, I
is
don't
safe
have.
because REST API don't use sessions or cookies. So
Okay,
CSRF is not a concern.
okay, okay.
Okay. Do you know about Spring Context Holder? Sorry, Security Context Holder.
I'm not working on security
Spring
side.
Security.
Security side,
Okay,
yes.
okay, okay.
I
It's
just
fine.
have the basic idea of
Hmm.
authorization, authentication.
Mm-hmm. So basically, it stores security related details like authentication and principal and all. So what's the difference between authorization and authentication?
Yes. So, like authentication is
Mm-hmm.
uh, whatever the suppose there is one site and outside user is fetching that site.
Mm-hmm.
So that user is valid or not is checked by the authentic like at the time of the authentications
Okay.
and authorization after giving them
Mm-hmm.
username and password they are
Mm-hmm.
going to fetch that particular site. So authorization is the based on the uh,
Okay, got
like
it.
giving
And
the
what is auth token? Authorization token, do you know?
authorization token. Yeah,
Mm.
that is received the user at the
Okay.
in the form of the OTP and all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Why do we use Maven in our projects?
Maven
Mm.
actually we
So are you using Maven?
no, we are not
No.
using,
Okay, okay. It's
like
fine.
they are embedded
And
server.
are you using any Git collaboration tool? Git
Git,
like GitHub, GitLab,
yes, yes, Git we have using to like file upload and
commit. Do you know Git
commit.
commit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What is
yes.
Git commit?
It will after adding the files I'll
Mm-hmm.
commit. That means my files are going to store that
Mm-hmm.
particular environment. For example,
Okay.
I have created my branch on my
Mm-hmm.
dev environment
Mm-hmm.
and I want to push that files to
Mm-hmm.
my UAT or SIT environment. So that time I have to commit my all the files which I have to modified. So first of all I have to create my branch, then
Mm-hmm.
whatever the file changes that I
Mm-hmm.
will add it. After
Mm-hmm.
adding I'll going to commit. So git commit hyphen m and double inverted comma I'm giving some like sentence which we have
Mm-hmm.
to modify it, and
Okay.
likewise I am to deploy my files.
Okay. Okay. And have you faced conflicts ever?
Yeah, that not that much time actually, but
So
one
how
time
do you
I
resolve conflicts?
actually we used Eclipse, sorry STS. So I'm checking on application now, software only. There is
Mm-hmm.
a previous file and my updated file, and accordingly that
Manually.
yeah manually I'm doing.
Okay.
Actually, I fetched it only one time. So
Mm. Do you know about Git rebase?
Git
Rebase,
rebase, no sir.
Git merge,
Git merge, yeah, to merging the files.
Git cherry pick.
No,
Okay. So let me tell you the use of Git cherry pick. So let's say there is one main branch. Okay.
okay,
Now you have created one feature branch from that main branch. Okay. Now you have committed around 20 commits in your feature branch. Okay,
Okay.
but now you don't want, now you are going to merge your feature branch to the main branch for the production. Okay, but you don't want to merge all the commits. You have committed 20, you have 20 commits in your feature branch, but you don't want to commit everything into the main branch. You just want to select only 3 commits out of 20, and you want to merge those 3 into the main branch. But when will you merge means git merge, so all will be merged, right? So for this we do cherry pick. Cherry pick means pick commits.
Okay.
So we can pick commits from the feature branch. Let's say we pick 3 commits, and we can just directly merge those 3 commits into the main branch. So that's why we use cherry pick. Okay. Okay. So moving ahead. Uh, so do you have you worked with Jira? Are you working on Jira?
No,
What?
sir. Not.
No.
Not engineering.
Okay. Okay. So what's the team size in your project?
It's about 8 to 10.
8 to 10. All are developers, testers.
Yeah, there are some testers, 2, 3,
Mm-hmm.
and otherwise all are developers.
And managers.
Yeah, team leader and one manager is there.
One team leader, one manager. Okay. Do you know about code reviews?
Code reviews.
Hmm. So let's
Uh,
say you have done something, and does someone reviews your code?
no, sir. Actually, we use test runner class
Mm-hmm.
to check whatever the changes I have done.
So are you guys also writing JUnit test cases?
Unit test cases we have
Hmm.
not. I actually not written, but there were some people are written. Yeah.
Okay. So do you know about sonar coverage?
No, sir.
No. Okay, it's fine.